You know what's annoying? I'll tell you what's annoying. It's annoying trying to sell a car. It shouldn't be. There really shouldn't be a whole lot that goes into it, especially this kind of car. If you follow this channel for any amount of time, you know, because I've posted about it. I have a 2001 Ford Taurus. Now, I was going to keep this car, and I was going to wrap it to make it look like a street legal NASCAR, but from back in the day. But I changed my mind. I don't want to spend any more time or money or effort on it, so I've got it for sale. For $2,000, by the way. Not a lot of money for a car. This car runs and drives. You can go get in it right now and drive it without a problem. Okay? It needs struts on the front at some point. Is that going to prevent you from driving it right now? Absolutely not. I've been driving it for like the past week. No issues. Okay? We replaced the valve cover gaskets. It had an oil leak. I fixed that. We put the master cylinder on it, a brand new one. Bled the brakes. Brakes are good now. We put a new AC compressor on it because the AC compressor that was on there prior was the pulley was actually starting to come apart and eat up the belts. So I replaced that. And let me tell you right now, that was a pain in the you-know-what. It took me like all day to get that done. Oh, God, it was frustrating. But got it done. So now, for there to be air conditioning, all you have to do is charge the AC. Because you've got a new compressor. It's got a brand new battery. I put a new serpentine belt on it last night because the one that was on there from when the old AC compressor was there finally broke from being eaten up by that pulley. So put a brand new one on there. Got a brand new battery. It's got a lot of new stuff on it. Okay. You can literally jump in this car and drive it. And these people want to come back here and they want to kick the tires and they're like, well, I don't know because the AC's not working. The AC will work. All you have to do is go charge it. I'm not spending any more money on the car. If I'm going to sell it and make any money, I'm not spending any more. I just don't. It's annoying. Like somebody called me a minute ago and they're like, well, yeah, it's difficult to find something that cheap that actually runs up and down the road that's in pretty good shape. No kidding. No kidding. I had a guy come by Saturday, and this was so annoying. I had moved the car to basically right next to our driveway by the highway, and I had it sitting on a hill. And stupid me not thinking about the fact that it only has like a quarter tank of gas in it. So from it sitting on that hill, I went out there to start it for him to look at. Wouldn't start. All the fuel had to run away from the pickup. Oh my God, it is so dumb. I've never had the first issue with that thing. And then, of course, as soon as someone comes to look at it, then it won't start. So I had to kick it neutral, let it roll back down the hill and get on flat ground. It finally started. Finally got fuel to the pickup. And that's when the belt finally decided to break. Honestly, I didn't know the belt was in that bad a shape. But, of course, it broke as soon as somebody's out there looking at it. So we put a new serpentine belt on it. Put fuel in it so that wouldn't happen again. And yeah, I literally just I've had like 6 people stop by today, and they're like, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, and blah, 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 blah. You're not going to find a cheaper car for what we have. Like, you're not going to find anything cheaper than $2,000 that you can jump in and drive down the road. You're just not going to. Not that's in, halfway decent shape. It's got a ton of new parts on it. It's just annoying. I mean, the right person will come along and buy it. It's just, I've sold cars my entire adult life. It's basically been my career path. So, like, I'm used to this, but it's been a while. So, it's just annoying. Anyways, if you enjoy listening to me ramble about motorsports, cars, or anything else in particular that I feel like talking about, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on notifications. The works. We're in a copyright strike that is due to disappear within the next couple of days. Thank God for that. But in the meantime, if you would share this, tell your friends about our channel, The Works, it'd be greatly appreciated. It helps our reach because our reach, we don't have any reach right now. Like, no one's being recommended to watch our channel. So if you do that, it'd be greatly appreciated. If you're interested in diecast cars, t-shirts, hats, or auto parts, or any other racing memorabilia, make sure to check out our eBay. The link is in the description. Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to talk about the big news that happened with Bubba yesterday at the Brickyard in a moment, but what I want to touch on first is what happened at Spa, I guess, yesterday for the Formula One Grand Prix. It was delayed, I think, by like an hour because of rain. And like, I'm so annoyed by the fact that like we're in 2025, we have advanced technology, advanced race cars, and we refuse to race in the rain. I mean, they have wet tires that are never used. Whenever it rains, like, they just don't go out there. They don't bolt on the wet tires. It's baffling to me. Like, people are trying to tell me that it's because, well, the ground effects makes the spray worse and you can't see and the visibility is poor or whatever. It's rain. The visibility is never going to be good because it's rain. Like, it doesn't, the whole thing about the cars having ground effects and you can't see the rooster tails. It's been that way forever because it's rain. I don't think you're supposed to be able to see well in rain. I mean, I just don't, that doesn't go hand in hand. But it's an industry-wide issue. It's not just Formula One. I mean, everyone is going that way now. And I don't know if it started with, right after Jules had his accident, his fatal accident. I think that was in 2016, 2017, somewhere in that area at Suzuka, where he ran off the track and ran up underneath one of the tractors. But I don't know if that's where it started or what, but it's an industry-wide issue. Sports cars do it too, and it's just baffling to me. It's baffling, like, we want everything to be safe or whatever. And it's another argument that I keep hearing that everyone's gotten like comfortable with making now, is that, well, it needs to be safe. It's motor racing. It's not a safe sport. No matter what you do, it will never be safe. You can make it safer, but it will never be safe. Okay? Accidents happen in the dry just like they happen in the wet. So, we raced in the rain all the time up until like 10 years ago, and then it just stopped. Now, if it rains hard, then, I think it was, what was it, Le Mans a year or two ago, where they ran basically the entire overnight segment of the race behind the safety car. Really? Or Spa a couple years ago with Formula One, where they ran 2 laps and called the race. With 2 laps behind the safety car. And it's like the nonsense yesterday. And then you had the TV crew, Martin Brundle, they were saying similar things. It's like, no, let's just go racing, And then there was one point where they were saying that Lando's side of the grid, and this is as far as doing a standing start, that there was more water pulled up on his side, so that's one of the reasons why they did a safety car start. And Martin was like, you can't take that stuff into account. Like, you can't control that stuff. That's just part of motor racing. So let's just get on with it instead of sitting around and wait for it to race. It's just everyone's become. I hate to say this, but everyone's become soft. I mean, that's the way that I see it. Is like everyone's soft. We want it to be safe. We want everyone to be able to see and visibility and blah, 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 blah. If you were curious, this is a video of me complaining about things. Sorry. It's Monday. What can I tell you? Then, speaking of complaining, Bubba won yesterday at Indy. I don't have a problem with that. That's not what I'm going to complain about. What I'm going to complain about is the fact that almost immediately, the press got to work with turning it into a story about his race, his skin color. It's so annoying to me. It's like, we're in 2025 and we're so focused on skin color and demographics, like more so than when we were going through Jim Crow, when we were going through segregation. I think people are more focused on race now than at any period in history. Why can't we just talk about the fact that Bubba won Indy for the first time? One of the biggest races on the calendar, so the media tells us. Why can't we just talk about that? Why do we have to immediately start talking about the fact that he's black? Why? I got into an argument with Jeff Gluck the other day, NASCAR's chief propagandist. And he'd posted an article. I talked about this in one of my other videos, but I'll talk about it again. He had posted an article about LeVar Scott, who races in ARCA. And he was making a big deal about LeVar's first Xfinity start for Alpha Prime. And I'd commented on it, and then I got blowback. People messaging me, calling me racist and all sort of kind of stuff, because I asked him, I was like, why is he getting his own article in the New York Times? Why haven't you written about any other driver? You know, he could name off one. But, like, we all know why he wrote that article. LeVar's not won anything in ARCA. You know, he's running Xfinity with a team that's not very good, that's not going to run up front. The only reason you wrote that article, Jeff, was because of his race. You know, and that it's so dumb. If I was Bubba, if I was LeVar, man, I would be so annoyed. Like, why can't we just focus on the fact that I'm a driver, like everyone else on the grid? Like, why do we have to make everything about flipping race in 2025? It is so unbelievably old and exhausting. You know, and then there's also the other aspect of it, which I don't agree with doing this, but I'm just saying, because I don't agree with this side of it, I don't agree with the other side of it. They would never in a million years write an article touting a white dude for winning a race and touting how great it is that a white guy won. You know, it's a double standard, but it's a double standard that shouldn't exist, because it shouldn't be done on either side of the fence. Either side, it shouldn't be done. You know, and same thing with Kyle Larson for being having I don't know how much he is, but I know having Asian in his blood or whatever. But same thing. You know, we shouldn't be writing articles. I don't know if they do, or if they did when he first started winning, writing articles about the fact that he's Asian. Who gives a rip? Can you drive a race car and win races? That's it, man. That's it. There should not be this obsession over race in 2025. And the thing is I know a lot of people are going to say, well, you're making it about race right now. Like, literally look up any article that's been written in the past 24 hours. Find one that does not bring up the fact that Bubba Wallace is black. Please. See if you can find one. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that there isn't. So, I'm not calling for, like, what I'm saying is we shouldn't focus on race. That's it, period. And we should move on from this nonsense. You know, we like to think that we're an advanced society, but we've not progressed at all as far as that's concerned. We haven't. We've literally become stagnant. That we divide each other up based on our skin colors, things that we can't control. You know, I put people up on pedestals because of their skin color. No, it's stupid. I hate it. It's annoying. It just shouldn't exist, and it shouldn't be a practice. That's it. That's my opinion anyways. If you disagree with me, let me know. Let's talk about it. If you enjoy listening to me ramble about motorsports, cars, or anything else you feel like talking about, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on notifications, the works. If you are interested in diecast cars, t-shirts, hats, auto parts, racing memorabilia, or anything else, check out our eBay. The link is in the description. So, I appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, we'll see you. God bless. Peace.